Hello and welcome back to timehop. Not everything endures the passage of time, but there are certain obsolete items that were once indispensable to us. If they had been taken away back then, we could have struggled to cope. Everyone experiences a bit of nostalgia now and then. While music and fashion are often the first things that come to mind when reminiscing, these outdated objects from the past might not. Memory can be unreliable, and without daily reminders, familiar items like these tend to vanish from our recollection. Explore or reacquaint yourself with the gadgets and tools we once depended upon, but now are nearly impossible to find. 1. Answering machines. The phrase, "I just let it go to the answering machine," has just become a relic of the past. There was a time when this was a common utterance in households everywhere. It's hard to imagine now, but once upon a time, people had to wait all day to return home and see if their answering machine's blinking light indicated a new message. Checking for messages required patience and a bit of suspense, as you never knew who might have called you while you were out. Today, our smartphones keep us constantly connected, making the old answering machine seem like an ancient artifact. If our past selves could see the technology we have at our fingertips now, they would be incredibly envious. 2. Magazine baskets. In the mid-20th century, no home was complete without a magazine basket in virtually every room. These baskets, often made of rattan or wicker, were essential for storing the numerous magazines that people would flip through during their downtime. Whether you were sitting on the toilet, taking a break between the chores, or just relaxing, magazines provided quick and convenient entertainment. They were also a staple for guests, ensuring that there was always something to read. The magazine basket was not just a practical item, it was a household necessity. The thought of not having a dedicated place to keep your magazines was unthinkable. Today, with the digital revolution, physical magazines have largely been replaced by online articles and ebooks, and the once ubiquitous magazine basket has nearly disappeared from our homes. 3. Credit card imprinters. Banking in the 20th century was a far cry from the seamless, instantaneous processes we enjoy today. In the past, making a credit card payment could be a cumbersome task, both for the consumer and the cashier. Before the advent of modern electronic payment systems, credit card transactions involved the use of credit card imprinters. These devices required the cashier to physically imprint the card information onto a carbon copy receipt, which was then processed manually. This system was not only time-consuming but also fraught with potential errors. Cashiers dreaded the task, and customers had to wait for their transaction to be approved, often through a phone call. In contrast, today's tap-to-pay systems offer convenience and speed, making the old imprinters seem like an archaic method. The evolution from credit card imprinters to modern-day payment technology highlights just how far we've come in making financial transactions more efficient. 4. Waterbeds. There was a period when waterbeds were the epitome of luxury in modern living. These beds filled with water promised a unique sleeping experience, reminiscent of floating on waves. However, they came with their own set of challenges. Rolling into the hard edge of the bed frame was a nightly occurrence for many, and dealing with a malfunctioning heater in the middle of winter could be a rude awakening. Despite these drawbacks, waterbeds enjoyed a surge in popularity. Today, however, they have mostly been replaced by more practical options like memory foam mattresses. The waterbed era now seems like a quirky chapter in the history of home furnishings, one that we look back on with a mix of nostalgia and bemusement. 5. Landlines. Until the advent of the 2010s, it was nearly impossible to find a household without a landline phone prominently displayed. Whether it was a sleek cordless model or an old-fashioned corded phone with an extra-long cord, landlines were a crucial piece of technology in every home. They served as the primary means of communication with the outside world. Today, with the dominance of mobile phones, landlines have largely fallen out of use. But who knows? Maybe they'll experience a nostalgic resurgence in the coming years. 6. Rug beaters. Rug beaters from the past, with their intricate designs resembling miniature tennis rackets, were once essential household tools. Before the era of the robotic vacuum cleaners like Roombas, cleaning decorative rugs meant taking them outside and beating them vigorously. This dusty task often resulted in getting covered with old crumbs and pet hair, but it was all part of maintaining a clean home. The physicality of using a rug beater stands in stark contrast to the convenience of modern cleaning technology, yet it holds a certain charm and nostalgia for those who remember it. 7. Hand crank pencil sharpeners. There was a unique appeal to the hand-crank pencil sharpener that adorned classrooms and home offices. Taking the long route to the sharpener was often an opportunity to show off a new outfit or haircut. The satisfying crank of the handle and the distinctive woody scent that accompanied each turn made the experience memorable. While electric sharpeners provide a more precise tip, the tactile experience of using a hand-crank sharpener holds a special place in our memories. It was more than just a tool, it was a small yet cherished ritual. 8. Contact lens disinfecting machines. For those with poor vision in the late 20th century, life without contact lens disinfecting machines would have been challenging. These devices were essential for ensuring that contact lenses were safe to wear, preventing potentially serious eye infections. Forgetting to use the disinfecting machine could mean facing the discomfort of gritty, dry lenses or even risking an infection. The daily routine of disinfecting lenses, while cumbersome, was a necessary part of contact lens wearer life before the development of more convenient solutions. 9. Baby bottle sterilizer holders. Caring for a baby a few decades ago required more manual labor than it does today. Tired parents would often have to boil water on the stove and use metal sterilizer holders to disinfect baby bottles. These contraptions were a common sight in households with infants, and the process was a daily chore that modern parents have largely been spared thanks to advances in baby care products. The parents benefit from more streamlined and efficient methods, but these old sterilizer holders evoke memories of a more hands-on era of child rearing. 10. Time cards. In the past, keeping track of work hours meant using physical time cards, which employees would punch in and out on a time clock. These cards were essential for ensuring accurate paychecks and managing work schedules. Losing a time card was a major inconvenience that could result in hours of work being unaccounted for. Today, digital systems have been largely replacing time cards, making the process of clocking in and out, as well as requesting time off, much simpler and much more reliable. Despite their obsolescence, though, time cards remind us of a time when work processes were more manual and tangible. Reflecting on these obsolete items, it's clear that they once played significant roles in our lives. Landlines connected us to the outside world, rug beaters kept our homes clean, and hand-crank pencil sharpeners added a tactile experience to a mundane task. Contact lens disinfecting machines were vital for eye health. Baby bottle sterilizer holders ensured our infant safety, and time cards tracked our work hours. Each of these items has been replaced by more efficient and advanced technologies, making our lives easier and more convenient. Smartphones have made landlines nearly redundant, robotic vacuum cleaners have taken over from rug beaters, and electric pencil sharpeners provide quick and precise results. Modern contact lens solutions are far more user-friendly. Baby care products are more efficient, and digital timekeeping systems streamline work processes. That was all from us today for this video, folks. See you in the next one.